know what? I look at it as just being an honest phrase, especially in this business. You know, being an athlete, and not only that, just being a man in this world. You know, you definitely have to stay humble. Humble. You know, no matter what's in front of you, no matter what's been given, no matter what you might acquire. You know, stardom, fame. You know, superstar athlete, whatever. You know, you need to stay humble because pride is something that can be turned against you just as easily as you can use it for you. And it's something about it. But staying hungry is having that drive in you with the pride pushed aside, but letting the drive steer you and forcing you and pushing you to want more, not being happy with status quo. No matter where you at on your ladder, you can always get better. And each day you can always grow, because when you stop growing, that's when you really start dying. And I've played this game for a good amount of years, and I'm still learning. And I look forward to learning. You know, I'm still adding things to the toolbox, even though I have, a good number, of wrenches and, hammers and everything else in there. But each day I learn something new. And that makes me a better man, not only a better football player, but a better man, a better father, a better husband, and a better leader, and a better Christian. And I mention my faith a lot because my order in that is God first, my wife, my family, and then my work in me is right there. And that's how I go about my day-to-day tasks. And I think that helps me a lot. And I'm steady hungry because after 12 years, I'm still in here doing it. And it's still fun to me, and so the hunger is there, but most importantly, I know to be humble because I just know that pride is the quickest way to separate you from the Lord and His blessing. And, if anything, I want to get closer to Him versus far away. And I have no worries. That's why I'm always smiling. So I tend to stay, I try to stay humble as much as I can. I would say definitely keeping the hunger. The Lord brings me humbleness, but ignition helps me with my hunger, because being in here, you get all kind of athletes in here. Excuse me. You get basketball players. You get young guys that are really hungry, that don't have what you have. So they're willing to do whatever it takes, and you see that intensity in them, and you're like, oh, they're coming from my spot. So you know what? I can't lose that just because I got it. So it keeps that edge sharp, and it keeps that iron sharpening iron. And that's when that phrase really comes back into play. And you know what? You can't lose that intensity, because once you lose it, then you got to start thinking about what you're going to do next in, the second career. And, it's definitely brought the hunger to it, being here at Ignition, and I'm truly thankful for that.